This is IGN. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 has been stripped of Indie Game Awards over its AI use. This is IGN News. Fresh from receiving the Game of the Year award at the Game Awards 2025, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 has been stripped of 2 awards from the Indie Game Awards after its use of generative AI hit the headlines. Sandfall Interactive's record-breaking role-playing game launched with some placeholder textures built with generative AI. The developer patched them out 5 days after release, insisting they made the cut by mistake. This went under the radar until recently, when comments from Sandfall co-founder and producer Francois Meurice re-emerged. Speaking to El País for an article published in July, Meurice said, "We use some AI, but not much. The key is that we were very clear about what we wanted to do and what to invest in. And, of course, technology has allowed us to do things that were unthinkable a short time ago. Unreal Engine 5's tools and assets have been very important in improving the graphics, gameplay, and cinematics." Meurice's comment resurfaced amid a backlash to comments from Larian boss Sven Vinke in the wake of the developer's high-profile announcement of Divinity at the Game Awards. The original news came from a Bloomberg interview in which Vinke said that Larian was, quote, pushing hard on generative AI, even though it hasn't led to big gains in efficiency. Specifically, the studio was said to be using the technology to, quote, explore ideas, flesh out PowerPoint presentations, develop concept art, and write placeholder text. Vinke later addressed the backlash and has promised an AMA to answer questions from fans. All the while, a light has been shown on Clair Obscur, which leads us to the Indie Game Awards. Clair Obscur had won Game of the Year and Debut Game from the Indie Game Awards, but both awards are now retracted. Explaining the decision, the Indie Game Awards said, "The Indie Game Awards have a hard stance on the use of Gen AI throughout the nomination process and during the ceremony itself. When it was submitted for consideration, a representative from Sandfall Interactive agreed that no Gen AI was used in the development of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. In light of Sandfall Interactive confirming the use of Gen AI art in production on the day of the Indie Game Awards 2025 premiere, this does disqualify Clair Obscur Expedition 33 from its nomination. While the assets in question were patched out and it is a wonderful game, it does go against the regulations we have in place. As a result, the IGA's nomination committee has agreed to officially retract both the Debut Game and Game of the Year awards. Each award went to the next highest ranked game in its respective category. Sorry We're Closed now has Debut Game, and Blue Prince now has Game of the Year. The use of generative AI in video game development is one of the hottest topics in the industry. Last month, we reported that Assassin's Creed publisher Ubisoft was forced to remove an image found within Anno 117 Pax Romana that contained AI-generated elements after fans complained. And Call of Duty Black Ops 7 players took to social media to complain about AI-generated images they had found across the game, following a trend of AI Ghibli images from earlier this year. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest game and developer updates, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.